Welcome in a Google Slides tutorial for the beginners. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you everything what you need to know to create amazing Google Slides presentation. So the first thing that you want to do is just write Google Slides on Google, and you will have the link right here, and you will get to create beautiful presentations and go to Google Slides. Now, what is a wonderful thing about Google Slides is how simple it is, that after finishing this video, you will know exactly how to use it. So when you're going to click on a Google Slides, the first thing that you're going to see are recent presentations. Here, you will find all those presentations that are in the past that you created. Then what you can do is to simply click blank here and create a new one. Or what you can do is to choose and go right top template gallery and choose from templates. We are going to, of course, choose a new blank presentation, and I'm going to show you step by step how you can create amazing Google Slides presentation. So the first thing that you want to do is just click here on a blank. Now right here, when we are going to look on the interface and what you can actually find in Google Slides. I would definitely recommend, guys, the first thing, go to top right and name your presentation. So let's say that I'm going to name this, I don't know, school project. First, what you can do is to simply on the left side, you're gonna see slides, and you can easily click here on a new slide, or you're gonna have the new slide with the layout, and you can add directly slide with the layout. So let's say that I need to have a blank one only because the image is going to be there, or I'm going to have a title and body because there is going to be like a text. One random tip for you guys: never have a lot of text in your presentation. Always have points in your presentation, and when you are presenting it, then talk about those points on deeper. So don't have a lot of text for your presentations. Of course, I will give in the end of the video, I will give you some tips and tricks how to present better, because I have a lot of experiences with presentations. Also during this whole presentation for the video, I'm going to give you some advice while I'll be showing you everything, okay? Now you're gonna have the title and body. Title only. So let's say I can click title and body, and this is how I can add simple normal new slide, and that's how I do it, right? Then what you can see is also go back, go redo, you can print stuff, you can zoom in and zoom out. So let's say that you want to zoom something, you would find it right here, or fit. Then we have a text box. I will show you how to do that, how you can insert image, shapes, also change background. We will get to the layout, theme, and transition. Then we're gonna see stuff like file here, edit, how we can copy, paste, view, how we can insert all of these. I'm going to show you how we can insert all of this and how it actually works. Format stuff, that's for when you're gonna have the text here, how you can duplicate the slides, arrange, tools, and also add-ons and help. So that's pretty much it. Then on the right top side, you would see also present. And here you can add and just Control F5, always check the presentation. So I will show you how you can do it too, and then you can share it with the other people. So let's start and with some the beginning stuff on how we can add a text and how we can actually work with text. Now, first thing first, I'm going to click on a blank presentation here. I will just click here, delete, delete, and I will click text box. What I can do is to simply create a text box. And as you can see, some stuff appeared here that wasn't here. So I'm going to add a text. This is a text for tutorial, and I like it. Now here, I can do not autofit, shrink text on overflow, resize shape to fit text. So you got option which one you want based on how long the text is going to be. And now you have option. So you can have a fill color. Let's say I'm going to have red one, and everything is going to be red, or white one. Then I can add a border color. So let's say it's going to be red. So everything around this text is going to be red. Of course, you can move it. So when you're gonna click on the corner of the text box, you can simply move it, right? You can make it bigger. And as you can see, it doesn't allow me to do it. But in the moment, when I click on do not autofit, it allows me to. So this is how we do it. The next thing what you can do is to border wave. The border wave is for the border, how large it's going to be. Let's have white one, so nothing. You can have also border dash. You can also change the font here to which you want. You can increase the size of your text. You can make it bold even. You can make it italic, underline it, or make the text color black. So my recommendation is definitely check like what are the best fonts that you can have for your text, and have that font definitely here, okay? Like use that. Because like there are fonts which are not good to see on your presentation. They are hard to read. And that's just my recommendation. Then you can have like 3 dots here and you can link it. So when you would click here on a presentation, you can link it to YouTube. See, and paste link onto YouTube video. You can add a comment. So let's say you're going to share this presentation with someone from school. I don't know. You can align it, let's say to middle, like this. You can also align paragraph spacing and see it's larger, the space between the first and second. You can bullet list. You can decrease the indent or increase the indent, or you can clear the formatting completely and it will go to the default. And then you can animate it. I'm going to show you how you can animate stuff. So this is pretty much it, how we can work with text. And that's how we can do it. Now, the next thing, what I'm going to show you is how we can simply change the background and how you can change the theme. How to change a background. So first thing, you're just going to click here on the background next to the layout. And now you have option to choose a color. So everything is going to be like this. And when I'm going to click here on transparent color, it's going to be like this. Or I can simply click on background and I can have it like, let's say, orange. Or I can go green. Or I can reset it to the default one. Or I can simply choose an image. So I'm going to upload the image here. And I will add Baby Yoda. And look at this. I have sweet Baby Yoda from Mandalorian as on my presentation. So this is how we can do it. Now let's say that I don't want to have anything in my background, but I don't want to have a background. I want to have a theme. So how you can add a theme in Google Slides? Next to the layout, you're gonna see theme. And here, you're gonna have plenty of themes that you can have. Like I'm going to choose on this one. And as you can see, everything will be changed in your presentation. My recommendation is definitely focus on a simple ones. You want to have your presentation to be simple, subtle, that when you're gonna present it, they will be like, damn, that's a really nice presentation. And I understood everything. Like the concept, the purpose of presentation is to present something so people understand it, not that they are going to be lost even more. So as you can see, there are plenty of presentations that you can use. And let's say that we are going to choose this one, the geometric, or like modern writer. I think this is modern writer. Yeah. And you're going to see plenty of themes that you can add here, or you can even like import your theme. So that's how we do it, and that's how we can work with it. And this is pretty much it, how we can add a theme. Let's go further and let me show you, after adding a text, changing the background, adding slides here, how you can insert image directly to your presentation. So again, to insert an image in Google Slides, sorry, you come here, you click next to the view, insert, then you're gonna have the image here, and you can again upload from computer, search for the web, drive, photos, URL, camera. So I'm going to click upload from computer. I'm going to choose Baby Yoda. And as you can see, I have Baby Yoda right here. So let's say I have Baby Yoda. And as you can see, what you can do, you can add a border for your Baby Yoda for the picture. You can link the picture to something else as a YouTube video. You can add comment, or you can crop the image. So let's say I'm going to crop the image. What I can do is, let's say that I want to have only face without ears. Look at this. Voila. Now I will go back. Then what you can do, also mask image. So you can have it as, let's say, arrow here. See? And you can mask it like that. Or you can reset the image. Or you can replace the image with something else. Now, this is pretty much it, how we can use an add image. And let's say I'm going to add different image. And I'm going to upload it from computer. Then I'm going to add a photo when we were hiking. I mean, you can imagine how hard was this hiking. It was tough. But okay. Let's say I'm going to have a hiking right here. And I make it smaller. I move it. And let's say that we already know how to add an image. We learned how to add a text. Now we are going to learn how we can simply add audio to your presentation. So what I will do, I will simply click plus here on the left side, new slide. So we have a second new slide here. Of course, what I can do, you can always press on it and click delete. Or I can simply add a blank one and nothing is going to be there. And now let me show you how you can simply add audio. So I'm going to click insert right here. I'm going to click audio and you can upload the audio. So let's say that you're going to record it or you can like have a file sheet here or share with me. So you would record audio for whatever program there is. You could have record voice online. And you would record like with this online voice recorder and then you would upload it. So you could simply click here, microphone, allow. So this is a microphone that I have right now. I'm going to have it and click stop, save. And look at this. Now we have it. This is the what we have. And right now what I have to do is to go to Google Drive. Go to Drive. Here what I have to do is to go on the top left, new, file upload. Now I'm going to click on a recording that I have. It is going to be right here. And now insert audio and voila, here we have the recording. So this is pretty much it, how we can easily add, how we can add audio in Google Slides and creating audio. And this is pretty much it, as you can see. And now you're gonna have some formatting options for this. So when I'm going to click on audio, it's playing straight away. And I'm going to have start playing on click or automatically. So when I would click on a presentation to next slide, I can start playing on click or automatically. Then you can have the options here, volume when presenting, test this out. You need to definitely test this out. And when you want to start playing it, you can also loop the audio that is going to, let's say you would have a meditation music. So the meditation music would be all the time playing. And stop on a slide change. This is another thing. So let's say I have a meditation music and I want to play it from this slide forever. I would not have the stop slide here and I would have loop audio. So you can really play around it, definitely play around with the volume. It's important not to be loud and not to be quiet. So you need to test it out. If you don't know like from my perspective, if you want to add audio to your presentation, but you don't know if it's going to be loud because you don't have time to test it directly on the place on which you're going to present your presentation, don't have audio in it, please. So that's my recommendation. You can also change the size and rotation here. Position of your, recolor it. Something else. Adjustments, transparency, brightness, contrast. So you can have plenty of options what you can. This is like to design stuff, how you can change it. Drop shadow, reflection for your audio. But definitely this is the audio playback is the most important thing that you can get. Now stop on a slide change, start playing on click. So this is pretty much it, how we can add audio in Google Slides. And let's go further and let me show you how we can simply add a video. Definitely guys, write me down below in comments if you didn't understand something, if you need better explanation. I'm really happy to help you with that. Now click insert next to the format and then click on video. Here I'm going to have URL or search. So let's say I'm going to find some good YouTube video here. And I have a wonderful, like let's say 30-minute shamanic drumming right here. That I like shamanism by URL. I would paste it. Look at this, select. And this is how I can simply add a YouTube video or whatever video to your Google Slides presentation. Now, look at this. Again, format options. You can play it on click. You can play automatically. So when I'm going to present the play on automatically, when I would get on the slide in presentation, it would play automatically. Now, of course, you can start it at, so you can start it at 15 minutes, not 000, or end at. So let's say you want to add only 30 seconds of the video in your presentation, you can do it. It's not hard. So that's another thing that you can do. And that's this is how you can add a video. Of course, you can make it smaller, bigger, as much as you want. So that's how we do it. Now the next stuff, what you can do is to mute the audio. If you, let's say that you want to play only video, you're going to see the size and rotation here. Change the position. And you can drop the shadow. So this is pretty much it, how we can do it. And this is how we can add a video in your presentation. Now, if you can have any questions about the video, let me down in comments. I'm really happy to help you. So let's go further and let's click plus here. And we would have, again, let's choose the theme here that we don't have. And let's go further and let me show you how you can change stuff. So first thing first, what you can do further is click insert and add the shapes. And you get multiple options what kind of shapes you can add in your presentation. And what are the purpose of the shapes? So let me show you that I have Baby Yoda and like our hike. So I can click insert, shape, and I can add arrows, callouts, equation. So arrows, let's say like this. And you're gonna always create it, or I can delete it. And again, I can click insert, shape, arrows, and then I'm like holding mouse one and I'm like creating it, the shape. So you need to really test it out for yourself to master it. And then you can change the color, the inside color, the border color. Then you can also change the border wave, the border dash. And this is really similar comparing when you had a text. So that's how we do it. And this is how we can insert shapes. I don't know what else to talk to you about shapes, but this is how the shapes work. Now the next thing what I want to show you is how we can simply add tables. To add the tables next to the format, you're gonna have insert, and under shapes, you're gonna have tables. And you can choose what kind of table you want to actually add to your presentation. So let's say I'm going to be 4 by 4. And voila, here we have it. So now in my table presentation, I can make it bigger so it's easier to read. Like this. I can even add a text box like this. And let's say the text box is going to be, this is table. I'm going to look at this, add it to middle, add this thing here to do not out of it. So make it bigger. Like this, and look at this, this is table. And now to add information, you have options to just like add 1, 2, 3. So fruit. Then I can go fruit, sport. And then what I can do is start writing here. So I can click on write apple, banana, sport, bicycle, swimming. And what I can do is to simply choose it, choose everything, and everything would be spaced down or spaced to the middle. See, that's how you can do it. There are multiple ways how we can play around it. So this is how we do it. And this is how you can add a table. Of course, when you would click on a table on one of the, like let's say columns here, you would click here, you can make it like this. Or you can click here and change the borders. You can also change the border colors. See, it's now black. It's not this shadowy, cloudy color. Or you can make it red. See? And this is pretty much it how we can do it. And this is how you can add a table. It's nothing really hard. So what I can do, I can choose like the whole table and have everything green. And this is how we can work with tables. Let's go further and let me show you how we can now, after table, let's add a chart. So I'm going to click here and new slide here. So I had a blank. So I'm going to add like this one here. And let me add a chart. So in the moment when we created the presentation, we can choose what kind of slide we want, directly add it with the theme. So let's say I don't want this one. I'm going to right click on it and delete it. And what I can do, I can simply now work with everything. So let me delete this. Let me delete this. I would click here, insert, chart, and how to add a chart. I would click insert, chart, and we have options to add a bar, column, line, pie. So let me show you like how we can add a pie. Inserting, and voila, here we have it. This was like just example. We have unlink it. Therefore, it won't have any links. And what you can do is to just like right click on it. And you can always edit in Google Sheets and you can link it to Google Sheets to have a good, like what you want. So let's say I'm going to add insert, chart, line here. And it always is going to chart insert it. I can edit it in Sheets. And look at this. This is a school project line chart. And it's directly connected. So what I would need to do is when I'm going to choose period 1, period 2, that's like period 1, period 2. And I can change like this thing here, 20. Update, see? And you can create tables like these. Just choose a line, choose something, and then you can easily connect it and change the pie. So let's say that I'm going to add again chart here, pie. I'm going to chart insert it, edit in Sheets, pie chart, and you see it right here. So I can have not period, but let's say this is going to be a fruit. And this would be the fruit 1, fruit 2, let's say like apple. And how many fruits we got? We got 30 apples. See? And it's always going to change. If we are going to 100 apples, and the whole graph changes. Update, and as you can see, everything changes too. And this is how we can do it, and this is how we can add charts. Let me down below in comments if you have any questions about the charts. Charts are pretty and everyone likes them. Not a lot of numbers, but charts, colors, people like it. So that's what you can do. And you can also change the right here in Google Sheets, the colors and stuff. Now let's go further and let me show you how we can add a diagram and what you can do with a diagram. Right here, I can simply add a grid, timeline, and you can have plenty of options for timeline, or you can choose the process, the relationship. This is a new thing and it wasn't here for a long time. And when I'm going to choose like timeline, this one here, you can always edit it. And this is really amazing. So date, color, you can always change the colors, right? And as you can see, like this is just a color here. So what I can do is to see it right here and then copy it. See? And voila, here we have it. Oh, sorry. And you can edit the text, you can edit everything. So this is how you can add simply diagram. There are plenty of options what kind of diagrams you can add. So this is how you can work with diagrams, processes, and these are really, really good for your Google Slides presentation. Now let me go further and let me show you when I'm going to click again here, new slide. I can add a next thing, and that's how we can add a WordArt. WordArt was heavily used in the past. Now, not so much, but still I'm going to show you how we can add it. I would click on insert here, WordArt, user enter to save, so text, and voila, this is how it looks like. You can click on format options and change it. And this is something that was heavily used in WordArt, and what you can do with it, how you can change the font and everything. I don't really recommend like using it that much, and I will completely skip this step. Like this is how we do it. You can change explore the text, but like I'm not going to make a tutorial on this, I'm sorry. It's like this is something that should stay in the 2002. Just use the normal text, use the options, don't use the WordArt, please. Next, I'm going to show you how we can add various lines here. So I'm going to click again, insert, lines, and you have options to add line, arrow, elbow connector, curved. So let's say I'm going to insert here 2 shapes like this. And then I'm going to insert a different shape like this. And I want to connect them. So I will click insert, line, elbow connector, here, here. See? You can also change the, like what kind of connector is going to be with the arrows. Or you can change if it's going to be like a ball in the end, the size of it, and you can also change it right here. So let's say arrows, let's say curve. See? So I can simply add insert, line, curve. And this is how I can do it. So this is pretty much it, how we can insert lines here and how we can work with it. Now, this is how we can insert the lines. The next thing that I'm going to show you guys is how we can manage slides. Then we will go how you can work with transitions. And then I will go even further and I'm going to show you even more stuff. So let me show you further now how you can manage slides. So as I mentioned, on the top left, you would find new slide with layout. You can edit with a layout, or you can simply add a plus with the new slide. But what you can do, you can simply switch slides how much you want. So let's say you can reorder them. Or what you can do is right click on a slide and you can copy the slide. You can paste the slide. You can duplicate the slide. When I'm going to duplicate it, I am going to have 2 times. Or what I can do is change the background of the slide. I can apply a layout. So let's say I'm going to have a blank slide and I want to have the layout of this one. I can simply do it. I can change a theme and I can move slide to the beginning. So let's say I want to have this slide in the beginning. See? This is how you can do it. And I'm going to add it to the end. So this is how you can manage slides here. And of course, you're going to have like this grid view. So you're not going to have a film strip view, but a grid view. That's something that you can have if you want to. And that's something that you can do. And let me go further of what you can do and how you can add transitions. So adding transitions is really simple. You have to go to the transition next to the theme. And you see it right here. So let's say I'm going to click on this one here and slide transition. And I'm going to have like dissolve. And what you can do, guys, is to apply it to all slides. And now, not only I'm going to have only on this one, I'm going to have of every single one of them. I'm not going to edit yet because I want to show you different animations. But as you can see, there are plenty of animations that you can add. So let's say dissolve. You're gonna see also object animations. And now I would like start play. And you always see how it looks like. So that's how we do it. So let's say I'm going to have once this is a text. I'm going to have it in middle. And I'm going to play the dissolve. See? And now what I can do is, let's say I don't want to have dissolve. I want to have fade, but I want to have like fast, like 1 second. And now I'm going to apply to all slides, but look what will happen. You see this button here? What appeared here? That means that you have animation on your slide. Now when I'm going to click on the top right, and I would click present. See? When I'm going to always click, I have fade. I press escape now. So this is how you can simply add transitions to your slides in Google Slide. Now let me go further and now how you can actually animate stuff in Google Slides. So to animate stuff, again, that's simple. And you can have a lot of fun with animating in Google Slides. So what I have to do is, let's say I'm going to be on my second slide here. And what I have to do is like click on my whatever object you have, whatever element, it can be text, whatever. Let's say this text here. Then on the 3 dots here on the top right, I have to click on it and then click animate. And now this is a slide transition that we have. And here we have object animation. So I have option to look at how many fly in, fade out, appear. So let's say I'm going to choose appear for this one. And we can go on click after previews with previews. This is really great. So what is our goal here? We're going to have a goal that the text here is going to be on click. Then after it, this thing, like this picture will appear. This picture will appear. And then we will have this thing. Okay? The object. So picture, picture, text, picture, picture, object. Okay, but we are going to have it on click. Appear. I'm going to play it, how it's going to look like. Voila. Okay. Now let's click on our picture. And again, I'm going to click on Animate next to the format options. But we are going to fade in. And we are going to, after previews. So we see right here that on click, we're going to see the appear text on click, fade in after previews. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on a second picture. And again, if you can stay here, or again, you can click on Animate. And you can simply have, let's say, fade in. But this one will go with previews, not after. So right now, we have a text which will appear first. Then we have the picture, which is going to, after the text will appear. And then we're going to have this picture will appear, fade in with this picture too. And this symbol will be the last one. And it will, let's say, spin and after the previews. So that's how we can do it. And we can have it as 1.2 seconds. And that's how I do it, right? I can right click on it. Again, you can animate it by also clicking here. So now how it's going to look like, let's see. So I'm going to press, you can always press Shift F5 to present the one slide that you are in. So I'm going to press F5 here. Well, this is not what I wanted, but okay, present. This is a text. And look at this. Click. Yep, this didn't work. Okay, let's repair it. Oh, look at it. This was created. That's why. After previews. Yeah, I don't understand why it's. Yep, okay. Oh, spin is already. Understand now. So as you can see, look. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Bang. This is how I do it. Like the rotation was after it. So this is how we can do it. And this is how we can work with object animations. Now, if you have any questions about the object animations, let me down in comments. So, yep, you can of course like edit the if it's going to be slow or medium or fast. See how fast it's going to appear. You can always change it. So let's say the appear is going to be slow here too. Play. So it will appear really slow. And this is pretty much it, how we can work with animations. And let me also show you how we can present and what you can do here. Now, what you can do is simply, the next step is animation, presentation. So how we can present and what the presentation is going to be about. You go to top right and you can have the arrow right here. You can have present view with audience, Q&A, view, speaker notes, or you can simply click present. And now you can simply do it, right? And do it like this. Now you're gonna present. To quit the presentation, you easily press escape. And then what you can do also is how you can simply share your presentation. And to do it, you need to go to top right next to your picture, click share, and you can share it with anyone else. You can copy the link and then I can simply paste the link, or I can add their Google accounts. So I would click share here, got it, and I can add people right here. So that's how we do it. Now, the finishing words, what I want to show you, maybe what can be in view, nothing, slide, nothing, arrange, tools. You know everything, how to create amazing website, amazing Google slide presentation. Now let me show you and explain to you some tips and tricks that I prepared for you. Now, if you have any questions about how to create Google Slides presentation, ask me down in the comments. I'll be really happy to help you, provide you some guidance, stuff like that. You know how it goes. So now, tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. First thing first, as I mentioned, don't have a lot of text on your presentation. Focus on having a lot of, have just only points there and talk about it. Speak in front of a mirror to be better at presenting. Have your presentation really simple. It doesn't need to have a lot of stuff. Have it simple, effective, and easy to understand. Now also, that's something that I would definitely do. And that's how I would do it. Simple presentation, and focus on your presentation skills and get better at it. Be natural. Try to be natural. Now, let's think next thing. If you're gonna have tables and stuff, don't have a lot of numbers. If you're gonna have people who love numbers in presentation, you can have them. But let's say you're gonna have graphs and things. Don't have a lot of stuff in it. It's not necessary at all. So that's another thing that I would definitely recommend to do. And the third thing is that try to make it pleasing to see. That's the third tip that I have for you. And these were just my quick tips. I didn't really prepare them. It was just out of my mind. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you're gonna have any questions, ask me down in the comments. I'll be really happy to help you and provide you some guidance and support. And yeah, have a great day. And this was a Google Slides presentation, how to use Google Slides guide, Google Slides for beginners, Google Slides tutorial for the beginners, Google Slides guide. See ya.